Hello guys, it's Gina. I know, I think I did just post something saying I was gonna live stream, but I'm not, but here I am. I'm doing it because, let the message be the message, as one of my favorite coaches says. Katrina Ruth, by the way. Let me, hold please. I'm gonna just grab I'm just gonna grab my, what's it called? Tripod. Because yes, this is a bedtime live stream. How cool is that? A bedtime live stream. Do you know why? Because I was just going to bed and I'm about to do my nighttime journaling. And then I'm like, I think the people need to know why journaling is so important on the daily. So, let me just reach down here, grab my tripod, and hi Caroline, how are you? I'm so glad you are here. And if I have time, like before I pass out and fall asleep, I will pull cards. I have Sacred Traveler cards today. So anyway, here, let me just set my situation up. Okay, you guys, this is literally how I do life. This is how I do life. I'm like, oh, I wanted to live stream tonight. And then, like, as you saw or may or may not have seen in my post earlier, I'm like, earlier, like 10 minutes ago, I'm like, I was going to do a live stream, but I didn't, and blah, blah, blah. And now I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm doing a live stream. I guess it's really happening. Like, I'm doing the whole thing, except for sitting in my office. I'm sitting in bed. Because I have to talk to you about the power of journaling. That's one of the things that I teach constantly. Look at my journal. This journal gets a workout. Not this one, like my journals in general. This one I started, I don't even know what time I started it, but it was only a couple of weeks ago, and it's very well used. And I journal constantly. I journal in what I'm creating in my life. So whatever that is for any moment in time, the perfect body that I want, my best and favorite body, I'm calling in my best and favorite like life experience. Like I journal a lot about like what I do this from the perspective of it's already done. I don't say, oh, I'm so excited for the time when these things come into fruition. I talk about it and I journal from, I'm so excited that this happened, or I love that this is how my life is now. So I'm always calling in from my next level as though it's already done, because it is already done in the quantum realm. It is done. If you have the desire in your heart, then it exists. And all you have to do is continue to choose into it. You choose into it each and every day, actually, each and every moment of every day. Each thought, each word, each moment. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for being on here. Each moment, each day, each thought is you choosing either faith or fear, right? So when you're choosing into it, I know when you are observing things that seem real in your life and they seem scary or they seem like things aren't working, and you're observing it. And when I say observing, I mean like drawing your attention to it and like calling your friends on the phone and going, oh my God, you won't believe what just so-and-so just did, which I'm guilty of doing. I still do it from time to time when things seem really extra real. But when you can say, you know what, I'm not going to make that phone call, or when you have certain friends who you talk to and your conversations tend to be around like gossiping and complaining or whatever, notice that within yourself and don't judge yourself for it. Don't go, oh my gosh, there I am doing it again. Because when you're judging yourself, you're just still perpetuating what you don't want to, like that. So catch yourself and change the energy of all of your conversations. Change the energy of the conversations with yourself, like by saying, oh my God, I love myself. That's why like the 21-day mirror work and meditation course is so phenomenal. That's why looking at yourself in the mirror each and every day and going, I love you, you're amazing, and flirting with yourself and being fun and calling that energy into your life without any reason, without waiting for outside circumstances to show it. You create it from the inside. You are a creator. You create it. And the universe responds to you versus you responding to the universe, right? So, and the universe is always responding to you, to what's inside of you. So, look at this. This is making me feel like a chicken wing. I don't like that little look there. I'm trying to get there. It's like this thing is so tight. So now I'm going to change the energy around that. And I'm going to go, I love how all of my clothes fit me perfectly. All of my yoga workout clothes are so adorable and they fit my body as though they were made for me. Do you see that? That's an affirmation. I can write that in my journal every single day and it will become true. Okay? So this is why, let's bring it back to the title. This is why journaling each and every day keeps you choosing into what you truly desire. So when you are calling in either a new relationship or you want to change a relationship, I have shifted relationships in my life with people who I have had extreme conflict with. And I'm talking ex-husband, I'm talking my oldest son who like literally disowned me like a year and a half ago. He's like, you're ridiculous. You just couldn't put up with me, with the decisions I had made. And now we are tighter than glue. Well, we're stuck together like glue. I don't know how you, whatever analogy, we're tighter than tight. He says, I love you, Mom, all the time. And so I have shifted the energy in all of my relationships that have been so challenging. You would be like, there's no way that you could ever expect me to have like a decent, like, respectful conversation with my ex-husband. And now we talk quite a bit and it's very like friendly. And I just sent him a text about something I saw on Craigslist. I'm like, oh, hey, I saw this thing. I thought I'd pass it on to you and see what you think. It's a racing bike and because both of the kids are into biking. So, the journaling, and I manifested that. I journaled it all the time, and I affirm it through my words. I say, oh my gosh, me and my ex-husband, we have such a wonderful co-parenting relationship. We really respect each other. And even when in the real world, it doesn't look like that's the case. Like recently, we had a thing and I was asking him to do something and I was kind of like, I kept saying, hey, are you going to do that thing? And I could tell he was not really super happy with me about it. And he even kind of texted me back something. He's like, you're doing it the next time. And I just ignored it and stuff. And then when we spoke on the phone yesterday, I said, oh, hey, I really appreciate that you handled that thing. And yeah, I'll absolutely do it next time. I just don't even know like where to start and everything. And then he told me, we had a conversation about it. And it's like, I completely can ignore certain things that don't fit into my paradigm of how I want things to be, and therefore I can make them not exist. And I know for so many people that just seems like, oh my God, she's crazy. But I'm telling you, this is how you change your life. So now, other things that you can manifest like, oh, I love having like such a fit, healthy body. I love how healthy I feel. I love how energized I feel every single day. I wake up with energy, and every single day I just keep on earning more money, doing work that I love. And then you can talk about the work that you love. I talk about the work that I love all the time. I host retreats around the world, and when I speak, people are moved. People are moved moved to tears, they're moved to laughter, they're moved to action. When I go out on stage to speak in front of people, they can't get enough of me. When I go on live streams, they can't get enough. And I just keep speaking this stuff into existence, into reality. That's why the daily journaling is so important, because that's where what happens is you inform the universe, the collective unconscious, of your desires, of what's true for you. And here's the thing, you may not even always be sure what is true for you, what you truly desire, but when you go into the journaling of things and you just kind of let it be fun and flowy and easy and not be like worried about, oh, what if I write the wrong thing? Because you can just say like, okay, if I did know what I really wanted, what would it be? That takes some pressure off. Oh, thank you, Michelle. So are you. So, what you're reinforcing, and this is one thing. So I follow Katrina Ruth, as you probably know. She's like, I consider her and Amanda Francis to be two of the best in the business of helping women, receive money. Because when you have money, when you earn money doing work that you love, it's unlimited. You have unlimited potential. And then what happens is you take your power back. You no longer have to compromise your relationships and settle for relationships that don't feel good because, that person is paying your rent or whatever. And you don't have to settle for soul-sucking jobs, doing work that your soul is not happy with, and that you are not really serving the world to the fullest potential that you can. Like if you look at what I was doing 2 years ago, it's now been almost 2 years since I left my job. I was providing a service for a small company, and they're a very successful real estate development company. And like I would sit at a desk and I was completely scattered. I mean, just like I am with my own business now, but this works for me for now until I hire my own team to kind of do the organization behind the scenes for me. This is what's working. But I mean, like, I hated that job. I hated it. I loved it at first when I got it because it provided stability for my family and I, which we really, really needed. And then after a couple of years, I'm like, I cannot do this anymore because I'm not somebody who's meant to sit there behind a desk typing up letters and then retyping up letters because I left something off. Like, I'm not a detailed person and whatever. And I felt really guilty for a long time because I wanted to leave. And so I was like, what am I going to do? First of all, I was like, why? Well, there's a whole story, a whole journaling story about, why I was in resistance to leaving and then what I did to kind of get over that resistance. And part of it was guilty. I felt guilty for leaving. And then somebody, who I follow, Alan, his name is Alan Cohen on Hay House Radio, he was telling a similar thing talking to a caller who said she wanted to leave her job, and he said, well, just think about it. Like, if you leave that position, you're creating the space for somebody who's perfect for that position, who might have completely the skill set and the desire to be there that would make that job so perfect and make that company work even more smoothly and more amazing and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, so yeah, that's great, because why don't I leave? And because when I was hired for that job, he's like, I want you to stay here for the next 16 years. I don't ever want you to leave until I'm ready to retire. And I'm like, okay. And so I had that guilt where I was trying to please him and stay in that job way too long. So when I removed that